Hello, my name is Rosanamod and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, aka rosanamod, episode 72. Friday foods today. Special is empanadas. I know you know what they are. This is my mother's special recipe. Trust me on this, it's very, very simple. The first thing you need are the discs. The discs are the circular pieces of dough. All you have to do is cook them, but they're already pre-cut and come in 10 to a package in your freezer section, and they are by Goya. So make sure that you look for these, okay? They're circles of dough, like little pancakes, okay? And they come in a package of 10. There's two different sizes, medium and large. That's the first thing you need. Number two, you need turkey or beef or pork or whatever meat that you want to use, but this is for the empanadas for the beef, okay? We're going to use ground beef. Just make sure the meat is ground. You'll need 1 pound. 1 pound will make 10 empanadas. So if you need more than 10, then buy more meat, okay? The next thing you'll need are 2 hard-boiled eggs. And the next thing is olives. Of course, you don't have to put olives in these. Oil, regular oil, vegetable oil for the frying. Onions, diced. You need 1 small onion. Oregano, garlic, salt, and pepper to taste. That is completely, again, up to you. Whatever you want to put for seasonings. And that's all you need. The first thing you're going to do for the inside of the empanada is you're going to put some oil in the pan, very little, just so it doesn't burn the onion, and put the 1 onion in there. Diced. 1 small onion should be enough. But again, the 1 small onion is for the 1 pound of beef. If you're going to use 2 pounds of beef, then you want to use 2 small onions. Okay? So you put the onions in there with all of the seasonings, like the garlic, the salt, the pepper, and oregano, if you want to use that. Okay? So you put that in there. You can also use green onions. Then once that's cooked and the onions look translucent or see-through, they're done, you're going to add the meat. Put it on low flame and just keep mixing it. Don't just let it sit there. Keep mixing it. If it starts getting sticky, don't add any more oil. Add a little bit of water, like a couple tablespoons of water, just so it doesn't stick, and just keep mixing it. Once the meat is done and browned, then you're going to add the olives. Now, olives, I would say like 2 tablespoons of olives, like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I'd say like 10 olives, but then you're going to cut them in half. Mix all that together with hard-boiled eggs. For 1 pound of meat, you'll need 2 hard-boiled eggs, diced. So just cut them up into small pieces. You're going to mix that into that mix. When it's browned, that's when you add the olives and the eggs. Then now when we're done with the inside filling of the empanada, when the filling is complete, you're going to pull out the disc. And you have 10 discs to a package. So if we're going to do 10, let's work with that. You're going to open it up. Well, it's already open. You're going to take 1 tablespoon of the filling, put it in the center of the disc, and then you're going to flip one end of the disc until it touches the other end, so you have like a half a moon. So it looks like a half a moon, okay? Then you're going to get a fork, and you're going to get some water, and in your hands, just put a little bowl of water and just wet the edge of the disc so that it sticks together. So you're going to make it like a glue. Once the edges are together, you're going to grab a fork and you're going to press firmly until you make little lines and until you seal that together. So now you have an empanada, and if you're not sure what it looks like, Google it so that you'll have an idea of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. Put about half an inch of oil to an inch of oil. Make sure it's really hot, and then you just put them in there. The inside is already cooked, so you really don't need to cook anything except the outside. It's going to get done really fast. Watch it. Don't walk away or you're going to burn it. So you're just going to toast. What you're doing is just cooking the dough. So it's going to take maybe 2 minutes. If you don't want to do it that way, there's a lot of oil involved there, and you want to put it in the oven. You can bake it, but it's a little bit of a different process when you bake it because you have to grease a pan, put it in the oven, right? But you want to take a brush with like a yellow yolk of the egg, and then dip the brush in the egg, and you're going to brush the top part of the empanadas when they're sealed, and then you put it in the oven at 350. And when it's golden brown, it's done. You can add Parmesan to the mix of the meat if you want. Sometimes my mother puts cheese in there, the Parmesan, so it tastes a little different. You can also add raisins. I personally don't like it with raisins, but I know that some people do use it. This is the one that I just gave you, is the ingredients that my mother uses. So this is the way we eat them. You can eat them hot or you can eat them cold. You put them in the fridge. Sometimes they taste better the next day, you know. So this is it. Just remember, 1 pound equals 10 empanadas, and that's all it is. I'm going to put the recipe and the ingredients that you need underneath the show notes so that you don't have to backtrack and listen to all this all over again. You'll have it there. So that's it. I hope that everybody enjoyed it. It sounds so good. I can't wait. You know, honestly, it's been a long time since I had an empanada. It has been a while since I had one. I can't tell you. And they're like chips. You have one, you got to have two. And if you have two, you got to have three. Three, you got to have four. Before you know it, you've eaten so much. But if you think about it, there's really not that many carbs in an empanada. I'm not even sure how much, how many carbs an empanada has, but I can look it up. I'm not sure. In fact, let me look it up now. I'm going to look it up. I'm curious, actually. Let me look it up on my handy dandy MyNet Diary app, which I've told you about, which is awesome. Let's look up empanadas. What does it mean, empanada? Not really sure. Probably just something filled with something. If you have some people that like olives and some people that like raisins, what you can do, this is just my idea from the top of my head, is you can mark them. You can put them in separate bowls, but in case you forget, which is which, you can mark them by just putting a little, some kind of a little slit on the top, like a little opening. Maybe just stab it a little bit so it'll have a little opening on one, and then that'll be it. Simple as that. Okay, empanadas. I see here it is one empanada is 298 calories, but it says Colombian empanadas by Goya, 130 calories. I would assume that that's probably already pre-made. So somewhere between 130 and 200 it lies the truth. Another idea you could do is you could put fish in these. You can use tuna. You can use rice, like the stuffing of a pepper. You can also make it like a mini calzone. I know you guys that like calzones. You could make it like a pizza, like the filling of a pizza. You could put sauce and mozzarella in there. You could put ham and cheese in there. You could put, my goodness, you could put anything. Fill it up with whatever. You can fill these things up with fruit. If you like peaches, like peach cobbler, these are like mini pies. Think about that. You're making a mini pie. Fill it with whatever it is that you want to make a pie out of. My mind's going crazy right now thinking of all these things that I could make with those discs, because my mother used to make them by hand, the dough. She never used to buy the discs, but now that Goya started making them that way and selling them, and she found them in the freezer, she was like, wait a minute, why am I making them the hard way? I could just buy these and they're done. And they came out perfect. They come out perfect. So, Okay, so that's it. I even gave you some tips on what else to use them for. Thank you, Mother dear, my lovely mother. She's the best cook ever. For her insight. Next Saturday, I have a surprise. I'm going to be interviewing her, and she's going to give you some. We're going to be talking to her about growing your own vegetable garden, which she has. So that's what we're going to be doing next Saturday, not this Saturday, for Saturday Spanglish. Okay, so that's all I have for you tonight. I hope I made you hungry and you go out there and make me some empanadas and send them to me. Want to contact me, please leave a message on rosanamodpod@gmail.com. That is my email. Or you can message me on Instagram @rosanamod. Follow me there. And last but not least, don't forget to support the show if you want to hear more content now. You help me out when you do. There's a link below the show notes for that. That's it. Have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow for Saturday Spanglish for my Latino amigos. God bless you. And what do we say when we end the show? Do you know? Do you remember? Come on, you should know by now. It's